Facebook, what's up? This is the first video I did in a little while, but I was at work today and I decided to do this video because
turn left, then
came into a crazy
turn
story
left.
and I wanted to share this, and maybe one day my daughter would see this and know where I stood. Whatever happened, she'll know that her father did what he thought was right, and I only can do but so much. But anyhow, let me
Take
tell
the
you the
next
story.
left toward Mount Zion Road, then turn right.
I was sitting in the permit office while pulling a permit for a job I'm about to do, and a plumbing job. And the guy that was the guy, it was a guy next to me. He was talking to me, and he was started a conversation, and he told me
Head
it was
northeast,
just on him
then turn
heavy,
left.
and you could see it in his face. But he said, he said he don't mind telling me this, but he broke down and he said, look, man, my stepson is in jail. My stepson is in jail for molesting his daughter. And at first I was like, another one of those crazy stories. It's stuff going crazy around here nowadays. But then he said how old she was. He was like, she's a 13-year-old girl. And I instantly locked into it, to what he said. And he kept talking, and he said she's 13 years old, and they found out he's been molesting her since she was younger. They asked her questions, and she said she does it to him and he does it to her. Since as far as she can remember. First thing in my mind is my daughter, and I'm thinking, like, where was everybody? I mean, what goes on in a person's mind that's being molested that they don't feel like they need to get away or tell somebody or seek some help? I don't know. I never been molested. I never been taken advantage of like that.
Take the next left
So I don't
toward
know,
Mount Zion
but
Road,
I
then
wonder,
turn right.
for the sake of all kids and my daughter, I just wonder, why is it that they don't, seek help? I mean, I can imagine as an adult, I can imagine that they're scared or they feel, confused. However, this really touched me today, and I explained to the guy after he finished. I said, "Calm down, it is
Turn
what
right.
it is.
Then
It's
turn
good
right.
that you're open with it and you can share it to people." And I told him, I hope God makes it easy for him and things like that. And I told him, this really touched me, and it's really a coincidence that he came up and said this to me, and just said the same age as my daughter all of a sudden. He just walked up and said she's 13 years old and this, and I'm like, wow. As soon as he said 13, I automatically focused on him. And he continued to say the story about how no one knew nothing, and he was really hurt. He was like, he couldn't believe it. Like, how did the mother, his I guess that's his daughter or whatever, but she sat around and I mean, she's the one who, teach the girl how to clean herself and teach the girl how to use the bathroom and stuff. How do you raise a baby and not know that something's being done to her like this? I mean, he was ejaculating in her. There was the semen in her. I mean, and on top of that, they had a baby, and she let the baby come into being. And he said that she said it was too late to get by the time she found out, it was too late to get a abortion. And I told him, I'm definitely not for abortion, but in some cases that's and he agreed to me. He said, he don't even know how the family's going to face that through the years and watching the baby grow, being sick and stuff. it just was a sad situation, and it made me think of my girl. And I was telling him that I haven't talked to my daughter in months, and it's partly my decision because I'm trying to not make it easy for her mother to let her daughter see me accept what her mother's trying to do by allowing her mother allowing her to treat me as an outsider, like if I'm not even important. She can lie to me. I've caught her lying to me because her mother, she don't have to answer to me. She don't have to call me when I say call her. And I told her to call her, and her mother yelled at me and said, she don't have to call you. You're the father. You call your daughter. And of course I can call my daughter, no problem. And I want to call her every day. However, when I did do that, there was always sometimes they'll answer, sometimes she won't. And I can't reach her. Or I go over her house and her grandfather, they live with her grandfather. So her grandfather say that they're not there. They got something to do. They can't pick them up this week. All kind of control games. And if I keep playing this game with her, my daughter's going to start to think that it's okay. So I'm stopping it right there by not having any part in her mother process. So I went to court. I spent my money, went and talked to this lawyer and that lawyer. The judge finally gave us a date and this and that. So I'm in the process of the judge is going to supply my daughter with a lawyer. And she's going to get the whole story. She's going to call my parents and all of my friends, and she's going to talk to my daughter and find out what's the best solution. But I just wanted to share this. Mainly, hopefully, this can help clarify am I doing the right thing? And second, help somebody else who may be in the situation just to spark a conversation. And third, document so that my daughter can have something to look at years from now and know that her father loved her. And know that her father didn't call her for a reason. It wasn't that I'm not calling because I don't love her and I don't want to talk to her. And that I don't care or I'm trying to get back at her mother. No. I haven't been calling you because your mother's playing head games. And she's got you involved in it. And I don't want you to think that I'm a sucker. I don't want you to think that your dad is just going to let you do or be anything you want to be, or the streets want you to be, or the devil wants you to be, or your mom don't care about what happens to you. You know what I mean? I met your mother on religious terms. We married in the religion. And when we divorced, I told her that I wouldn't have never had a baby if I was going to divorce. I told her not to divorce. She decided to divorce. We divorced. I get another wife, and I have 6 more children. She gets jealous and starts all kind of trouble and tell me she should be happy too. So she went out and got her boyfriend or husband or whatever she was doing and had a baby. And she ran that father away from that baby. So I don't mean to get on your mother. I'm not trying to get on your mother, but she is your mother. You're supposed to love your mother, honor your mother. But I'm your father, and I'm not the enemy. And sooner or later, we're going to talk again. But I'm hoping that you'll be okay by the time you see this. And you won't be harmed or anything won't happen to you throughout your life. And I won't regret. But I'm really hot, really hot. If somebody hurt you, if anything happened to you, I'm going to be hot. Somebody might die. And I hate to say that. Something's going to happen. I mean, I'm a faithful man in God, and I believe in Allah, and I believe that everything happens for a reason, and I believe that, good is better than bad, so I'm not going to go out and kill nobody, no. But what I'm telling you is the people around you, anything can happen. Anything can happen. I'm not a coward. I'm going to confront people. If anything ever happened to you, I'm going to confront people. And if something go down, I'm not going to be, let's not even talk about that. But the point is, This for you, Amiri Pelez. And your mother, unfortunately, shouldn't let her emotions get into how you being raised. And I want more for you than I want for myself. And if you happen to see this before, because I think you got my YouTube, if you see this before you talk to me, I told you when last time I talked to you that I love you and don't worry about it. And if anybody do anything to touch you in the wrong place, or to make you want to kiss you or like you, or try to say that they your friend and they telling you something negative against your parents, you don't have to confront that person, but tell me. Let me know. I won't embarrass you. I won't get them. I won't tell them what you told me, but I'll handle it. I'll make sure it be better for you. Okay? That's what we supposed to do. But by you not being with me, and you not calling me, and me not being in touch with you, and me, you and your mother disrespecting me, or just not being around me, and not respecting me as the father, as the one who's supposed to be the protector. You know, I take care of you. Your child support's paid up. You know, she don't have any reason to do this. You know, but nevertheless, you do what's right. You know what's right. You got my blood in you. You ain't stupid. I came up rough. I didn't have protectors all the time. So if God want to protect you, he'll protect you. And nobody can hurt you if he want to protect you. So, you know, I think you'll be all right. There's no problem with that. But I'm still here. I'm still worried. I'm a human. I'm your father. So let me know. Let me know anything. Even if you don't call me, text me. Let me know something. Much love.